Hi Capricorn, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-October 2025 love reading. Thank you to those of you who have liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridging the gap spread. And the way it works is a look at the past, present, future energies between you and your main love interest. Then we'll pull oracle cards to help with the bridging the gap dynamic. As far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as the energy and the cards on the right is the other person's. If you feel it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have Judgment. So to me this says this is someone that you already had a history with, and in the past it looks like they might have come back into the picture, and you guys might have tried to give things another go at that point. Past energy on their side, we have the Page of Swords. So this definitely makes it seem more likely that they more likely were the ones who initiated this reconnection between the two of you. So they might have been the ones to reach out to reopen the lines of communication between the two of you. But that's what I'm seeing with that. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Seven of Staves. So it could just be saying that now you might be feeling a little bit too guarded around this person. Maybe you just feel like they're coming on a little bit too strong for your liking. So, you're trying to slow down the pace, which makes sense, right? Because depending on how long the two of you were separated from each other and what the circumstances behind that were, looks like for whatever reason, it looks like you're trying to take things slower and this person's trying to move a little faster than you'd like at the time. And present energy on their side, we have the Five of Wands. So maybe this is part of why you're pulling back as well, because maybe you see that they're also still flirting with multiple people, right? So you're like, okay, so you might have come into it in the past thinking that, oh, okay, maybe this person's coming back around to potentially have something more serious. And now, in the present, it looks like you're seeing that, oh, okay, no, it just seems like they're just throwing out feelers in general to see, which opportunity would be best for them. All right, future energy on your side, we have the Prince of Coins. This is the equivalent of the Knight of Pentacles. So to me this says that ultimately you're going to hold firm on basically having the expectation that, if anything's going to move forward between the two of you in this connection, you would want it to be a more serious connection. So that could be the hurdle, right? Where, like I said, it seems like this person seems to have a more casual approach to things at this time, whereas you seem like you're like, well, either it's going to be something serious and committed, or you're just not really interested. All right, and speaking of serious and committed, in the near future on their side, we have the Five of Cups. So at the very least, it looks like it's possible this person might already have someone else in the picture, and then when that person, catches wind of all the stuff going on here, as far as them seemingly flirting with other people, at the very least, doing so with you, looks like that could blow up in their faces as well. So definitely looks like a bit of a messy situation. It seems like this person definitely has too many things going on, and at least from what I'm seeing, it looks like you are pushing back on that. But if you were already having your doubts, this seems to confirm that something a little underhanded seems to be going on here. But you never know. We'll see if the oracle cards give us a different angle on that. But it's looking a little clear right now. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Queen of Cups. So this is Cancerian energy here. So it looks like there's definitely an openness on your part to having something serious with this person, given that for you guys, Cancer is your relationship house. So it looks like there is that certain level of desire to see something get off the ground with this person. But again, like I said, it seems like this person, at a minimum, looks like they have some things they need to clean up first before they could be in a serious commitment with you. All right, bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Ace of Swords. So looking at the color of the rose there and everything, could just be saying too that they might actually come clean and let you know the situation, and then maybe that's when your guard starts to go up, But something about the way they communicate it might come across as a little bit cold as well. So that's what I see with that. But yeah, we'll see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from the Messages of Oracle card deck. I'm just going to give this a few shuffles here. Alright, and we'll take this card. And next we'll do the same thing with the Wisdom of Oracle deck. So just going to give this a few shuffles. It's a little messy there, but we'll take this card here. Okay, so we'll see what the Messages of Love card has to say first. Alright, we have Integrity. It says, does this situation align with your values and morals? So interesting, right? Because like I said, for some of you, they might actually come clean with you about, hey, there's other people in the picture, and then that might be when you actually first start to put your guard up, right? So for some of you, maybe it is something that you're going to question, right? If you know that they do have other people in the picture, even if you ultimately are open to the idea of being with them, at a minimum, you might say, well, you know what, you got to cut ties with that other situation before we could even go there, right? So maybe that's how it's playing out with you guys. But let's see. From the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have Mending. There's the artwork, and the number is 52. So yeah, so for some of you, maybe that really is how this is playing out, where this is someone you have a history with. They express interest, maybe initially you're open to it as well, but then once they let you know, hey, they still have this other situation going on that they need to clear up and cut ties with, that could be when you put your guard up. And, for whatever reason, maybe there's still openness on your part to, once they do truly close that door, you might be open to it, but definitely an interesting dynamic. We'll see what this adds to the mix. All right, the relationship message says you've come to a place where forgiveness is necessary if you're to move forward. Separate or together, you and the other person are still experiencing the effects of a hurt that is impacting everything you do, even if you're not aware of it. The energy needs to clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? Closing your heart is not the answer. You have the power to heal this wound. Ask yourself, what would love do? Only good will come of forgiveness and an honest redress. So yeah, it's an interesting message there, right? Because maybe this is saying that, hey, if nothing else, maybe they're coming back into your lives so you can get closure, if nothing else, right? Because like I said, for those of you, totally understandable if you're like, yeah, if you still have this other relationship in the picture, count me out, right? But, like I said, for some of you, it looks like you still might be open to the idea of being with them if they truly do put that behind them. But even if you decide, nope, not interested, maybe there's at least a dynamic of closure potentially coming into play here. And that does make me think of the fact that we will have Mercury retrograde next month, so that could be part of what's bringing this into play as well. But hopefully that resonates with you guys. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.